Hey everyone, happy Friday Eve. I wanted to share my Posh why with you guys. I first made this video last night and I was super tired and it was longer than I wanted it to be, so I just thought that I'd try to redo it today. Fingers crossed the toddler stays occupied in the other room so that I can finish. So basically I just want to tell you guys why I started Posh. Why I chose Posh. So I wanted to tell you my why Posh and then my Posh why. And you guys may be thinking those sound like the same thing. Really they're not. They're actually very different. My why Posh is just why I chose the company, what drew me to it. And my Posh why is at the very core, like deep down, my passion, why I get up and do what I do every single day. So, okay, I started Perfectly Posh February 7th of 2015. So I've been with the company for about a little over 18 months now. It's like a year and 8 months. And then why I started was because I was actually a stay-at-home mom at the time. I was at home with a new baby. My baby boy, he was 4.5 months old at the time, and I was exclusively nursing him. And any of you mamas out there, or any of you dads, if you guys know what it's like, nursing. Obviously not the guys, but if you've seen your wife, you know, or you get an idea of how hard that it is, but it's also very rewarding, and I'm very glad that I did it. But I was home with them all day, every day, and before that I had been working since I was 14 years old, and I was just so used to being around people, big people, every day who talked back. And then I had this little baby who just cries and pees and poops and sleeps and eats and eats and eats all day, every day. And I was just really starting to lose myself just being at home and not being around big people. And I was starting to feel a little depressed. So remember my husband, he was working a full-time job during the day, and then he was also working a part-time job a couple nights a week at night. And so those days were extra long and extra hard, being home with the kids by myself and nursing the baby. That's all in the past now, thank goodness. But I remember my husband, he was telling me how he was going to switch his schedule at his daytime job and work 4 10-hour days instead of the 5 8-hour shifts that he was doing. And immediately my first thought, I was like, oh my gosh, I can get a job, I can get out of the house 2-3 days a week, make some extra money to contribute to my family's income, and just like pretty much have some sanity, and pretty much just do something for me too. And I was looking online for a job and I couldn't really find anything, and I was thinking, I was like, you know what, no, I don't want to go work for somebody else. I don't want to be away from my baby during the day. He was still little. I wanted to stay home with him for at least the first year or two. That's him in the background. So because when she was a baby, for about 5 months, I felt like I missed out on so much. A little bit more than that, but especially those 5 months, because when she was a baby, I was a full-time manager at a retail store called Dillard's, and I was on salary. And you guys are on salary, you know what that's like. They work and work and work you. But I was working 50 to 60 hours a week, pretty much every week. 5, most of the time 6 days a week. I was working nights and weekends, holidays, you name it. So, and I'd get home 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So Audrey, my baby girl at the time, she was either sleeping or she was so cranky because she was so exhausted. So I just felt like, from the time I went back after my maternity leave to the time that I started working part-time at the bank, just to have more family time, there was like 5 months I just missed out on so much with her, and I just, I didn't want to do that with our baby boy. Just I wanted to be able to hear his first words and see him walk for the very first time and all that fun stuff. And I have been able to do that, and I'm very thankful that I've been able to do that. And it hasn't always been easy, I'm not going to lie. Just when I was first starting my business especially, it was just really hard, basically just leaning on my husband's income, and and even like emotionally, being a stay-at-home parent, especially if you're not used to it at first, it was really hard for me. It was a really hard adjustment for the first 6 months at least, I'd say. But the past year and a half at least has been so much better, and kind of starting to just, I really love being home with the kids, and I love my babies. I'd do anything in the world for them. But why I chose Posh, my why Posh, is what drew me to the company was just when I looked online and I found them again, I couldn't believe that I had forgotten about them. The very first time I found out about Posh was like a year and a half before, and I was getting ready to graduate cosmetology school. So it was about April of 2013, and the company was like a year and a half old. So I was like, a little iffy. I wasn't sure if I wanted to risk being with a company that young, and also the main reason was because since I was getting ready to graduate cosmetology school, I was getting ready to take my 400 tests and then go to state boards, and I'm like, okay, we're paying a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars for me to go to cosmetology school. I was like, I don't want to jack this up. I'm like, probably not the best time to start a new business venture. So at that time, April of 2013, I'd kind of, just put it in the back of my mind, and, I went to school, and passed my state boards. I got a job in a beautiful salon, which, was always like my dream, to work in an upscale salon. And then, anyway, so fast forward to February 2015, so I'm at home with this little baby, and I found Posh again. I was like, oh my gosh, perfectly Posh. But it's like anything else in life, if it's not in front of you every single day, you kind of forget about it, right? So I was so glad that I stumbled upon the company again, because what really drew me to it was just the fact that the company, it was pampering products, first of all, and I've always been a product junkie. I've always been a girly girl, so I've always loved soaps and lotions and sugar scrubs, body butters, makeup, sparkly things, jewelry, just anything girly, pretty clothes, I'm a girly girl. So I was always a little tomboy too when I was little, but I always loved my makeup and my lotion, stuff like that. So I love that it was pampering products, and I really love the company's mission, the fact that we were about just pampering others, and just our tagline is "You deserve it." So that really stood out to me, and since our products are naturally based, they're good for you, so the products, none of them have parabens or sulfates, no phthalates, we don't have any soy, lanolin, or gluten fillers. So simply put, our products are just made with natural essential oils and butters. We use things like sugar for exfoliation, milk and honey, just things that are good for your skin. Okay, I need it on. Okay, he wants me to put his train on. Okay, hold on. There you go. Oh, gotta turn it on. Here you go. Go play. Okay. Sorry. Where was I? So basically, those are the things that drew me to the company. So I signed up, and without even really trying a product recently. The year and a half before that, when I first found out about the company, I had contacted a local consultant, and she gave me a sample of a lip balm and a bath bomb to try, and I really loved them, but like I said earlier, at that time I decided not to join with the company. So that's my why Posh, why I chose Posh, all those things. And I also love the fact that the products are proudly made in the USA, and the fact that we don't do animal testing too. Those are really important things to me. So now here is my Posh why. So this is kind of going to be the hard part. When I did this video last night before I started recording it, I was like starting to cry. So hopefully you might want to grab a tissue, because I can't guarantee that I can get through this stuff without crying, but I will certainly try. Okay, so why I wanted to have my own business was because when I was a little girl, I had it pretty rough growing up. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. I know everyone always has, there's always someone who has it worse than you and someone who always has it better than you. And I'm not telling you guys this to make you feel sorry for me or anything like that. I'm just hoping to share my story, and I just hope that it resonates with some of you, and that it helps some of you understand like why I do what I do, and why I'm so thankful for all my family members and friends and my customers who have supported me this far, because it's so much more than just selling soap and lotion to me. So my Posh why I wanted to have my own business was, like I said, we were poor growing up. My dad, he stopped working when I was in the 3rd grade, and my mom, she worked at a factory job, 50 to 60 hours a week. She'd work like 6 days a week most of the time, just to be able to make ends meet. And there were a lot of times where we didn't have enough money even for groceries. I can remember going to Aldi quite a bit, and Mom having 20 bucks to spend to get what we needed for the week. And if I got like a box of cereal or something, like that was a really big deal. And of course, $20 back in the 90s could go a lot further than it does now, but still, like $20 for a whole grocery trip for a week, like, we got like the bare minimum stuff. And then we went to food pantries a lot, because we had to. I can remember going to the Salvation Army and other church food pantries a lot. And let's see, my dad, he was also an alcoholic, and he was very abusive, especially to my mom. I got it too, but she really got the brunt of it. And so it was physical and mental, emotional, verbal, all of it. And I've talked to my mom before, and I asked her if it was okay to share her story, and she said yes, because I told her that it would help people. So anyway, I won't go into a lot of details, but in a nutshell, like, I love my dad, because he's my dad. Of course, you always love your parents. And when he wasn't drinking, he was a great dad. He was very sweet and had such a big heart, and he was funny. He's been gone since February of 2005. So, and so he died very young. He was only 45. And he had a lot of health problems wrong with him. But anyway, so when he was drinking, he was not fun to be around at all. It was very scary. It was like walking on eggshells in my house. You never knew what to expect, and you were always careful about what you said, because you didn't want to make Dad mad. And anyway, so like I said, my mom got the brunt of it, and I won't go into a ton of detail, but he would call her bad names a lot and put her down, and she didn't have self-confidence or self-esteem. Like she didn't feel good about herself, and my parents, they did the best they could do. Okay, we'll open this, honey. I'm gonna open his little home toy that I got for his birthday. Okay, look at that. He's cool. There you go. What do you say? Say thank you.
It's scary.
He's not scary. He's cute. So anyway.
It's scary.
Yeah. Go play, okay? So that's why when I saw Perfectly Posh and I saw the tagline.
It's scary.
Yeah. Go play, honey, okay,
It's
Mommy?
scary.
Yeah. You want me to take him? Is he too scary? Okay, go play with your trains, okay? Thank you. So when I saw the fact that it was pampering products and it was helping others feel good about themselves inside and out, that's what really drew me to the company. And the fact that like the tagline was that you deserve it, because I always knew growing up that my mom deserved, we deserve so much better than what we had and how we were treated. So that's the very core, like why I do what I do every day, even on the hard days. There are some days if I don't make a sale, I'm pretty much working for free that day. But I absolutely love what I do. I love this company. I love the products. I love my team. But that, at the very core, is why I get up and do what I do every single day, even on the hard days. Yeah, if you're good and you're bad with any job. But, so that's why I do what I do, is I want to give my kids a better life than when I had growing up. And so far, like, thanks to my wonderful husband too, we've been able to do that. And I want to continue to do that. And I also, why I do this company is so that I could pamper others, especially women, with these awesome products, and I can tell them that they deserve it. They deserve to feel beautiful and pampered and confident and sexy inside and out. And when you try our products, when you put on a big fat yummy hand cream, or you try our body butters for the very first time, and you feel the difference and you smell how wonderful the essential oils feel, because you will feel a difference when you use our products. Our natural butters and essential oils that we use are amazing, and when you feel that product and you smell it, it's just going to make you feel so good, so beautiful, and confident and sexy inside and out. And they're healthy for you too. So since they're naturally based and they don't have the parabens and all that junk in them. So that's why I do what I do. Some of you, especially if you've known me for a long time, if you went to school with me, you may be shocked to hear that I had a hard childhood, but I just always try to look at the positive, and I just try to keep a smile on my face, and I try not to look back a lot. I just focus on the good and not on the bad. And I really want to turn that negative thing into something positive. The negative experiences that I had as a kid, I used that to propel me in my business, with my goals and my dreams. I started my own business also so that I can give back to my community. So since my mom had it rough with my dad, that's very near and dear to my heart. So actually back in December, me and my mom and my daughter, we all went together to the Hope House in town, and we did a pampering class.
Open the Mommy.
You already have one open. You want to open another one? opening his Percy tray now. We did a pampering, like, skincare class and did a pampering hand treatment with the women and the girls at the Hope House. And it was really awesome just for them to feel pampered and just to really know that somebody out there cares. And I got to share, me and my mom's story with them. So it was really good for them to hear that. But anyway, and then my friend, one of my best friends, she's actually a cervical cancer survivor. She's been in remission for 10 years now, so she's officially cancer free. And I'm getting ready to start a fundraiser for her to help raise money for the American Cancer Foundation. So it's just things like that. Like, it's not as easy to do working for someone else. So it's great that I have my own business and I can, I can work my own hours, and I could just work it how I want to. So I love the flexibility of this company. I've been a consultant for several other direct sales companies, and I can honestly say that Perfectly Posh is by far my favorite company out of any company that I've ever done. I've done P.I.N.K and Avon, Pure Romance, and 31, and I'm not saying anything bad about any of those companies. I got something from pretty much all of them, whether, I learned something. And what else was I gonna say? But just for me personally, like, Posh is. Give me a minute, Mommy, get you some cake. Okay, we have leftover birthday cake. His birthday was on the 26th, so just a few days ago. But sorry, I lost my train of thought. Toddlers can do that to you, can't they? With the other companies. Oh, what I was just saying though is you definitely have to find something that you're passionate for, something that you love so much, and whatever that is, you will be successful in it. So yeah, in case any of you guys, I know a lot of you have been following me for a while now, and you're probably saying, like, girl, you've got a cosmetology degree, which I'm very proud of this, by the way. Worked very hard for that and overcame a lot of obstacles. That'll have to be another video, maybe. And you're probably thinking, like, why in the heck are you selling soap and lotion for a living? It's because it's not about the soap and lotion at all. I do this because I get to pamper other people and I get to make them feel good about themselves, and I'm working hard so that I can give my kids a better life. So that's why I'm a consultant for Perfectly Posh. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything, you can comment below or personal message me. If you've ever thought about becoming a consultant, or maybe you know someone who could benefit from our company, or whether it's our culture or our pampering products, maybe a new mom who deserves to be pampered, or maybe someone who needs more girl time, someone who works a stressful job and they could use the pampering, whatever it is. We in Posh, a consultant can be 16 and up. Most companies are 18 and up. So even the younger teenage girls, this would be a perfect opportunity for them to make some extra money and have some fun. I wish that Posh was around when I was 16 years old. I would have jumped on it, definitely. At that time I was working at Sonic smelling like a greasy cheeseburger every day. So then after that I went to the coffee shop, and that was a step up. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, or if you have never tried Posh and you'd like to try some samples, let me know. I'd be more than happy to send you a sample or meet up with you and do a one-on-one and show you some products. Or if you ever want to do a party, all about parties, they're so much fun, and you'd earn some free Posh too. But or if you'd like to join my team, I will put the link below. Always looking for awesome team members because we have an incredible team of 70 amazing men and women. And I love our team. They're all awesome. And it's so great getting to cheer them on and see them reach their goals, and seeing somebody who, is like super shy, and you get to help them overcome their fears and their obstacles, and just see them grow and accomplish things. It's an amazing thing. So, all right, that's it. I hope that this helped you, and thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.